Hello and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Spent about 6 hours trying to set this up, but I'm very excited. First ever video. Cheers. I'm making this channel for you guys and for me really to kind of discuss what I like and what I don't like about training and to give you kind of free tips and pointers. What worked for me, what works for my clients, and what doesn't really work for my clients and things that you shouldn't really waste your time doing. Specifically in today's video, we're going to be talking about a few fitness myths that I come across quite a lot, as well as my 5-step approach to get people from completely sedentary lifestyles, and that's sitting at a desk all day, sitting watching TV in the evening, not really moving at all, to the best shape of your life. I implement this with all of my clients and they get mad results pretty quickly. And I just want to preface this video before we carry on. We're not looking for quick fixes. Although the results do happen fast, we're not focused on speed. We're focusing on enjoying the process and making long-lasting changes. As long as you have a gym membership and some time management skills, you can put these to use today. So, kicking it off with myth number 1, we have limiting beliefs. First off, we need to look at where we are right now. So what I want you to do is picture yourself at the bottom of a mountain, okay? And you're looking up at the top of the mountain, and at the top is you in the best shape of your life. Whatever your goal is, whether that's to lose fat, build muscle, get stronger, get quicker, get leaner, anything, that person is stood right at the top of the mountain. That is where you want to be, but you know it's possible because that person, who is you in the future, has already scaled the mountain. But just right now, we don't even know where to begin with climbing it, okay? We don't even know where to put our first hand or foot or anything like that. You can't make sense of the route, but that's okay because you don't need to know how just yet. You just need to know that it can be done because future you is already up there. It's just working out how they did it. And this is the first myth that people need to just get rid of. And that's them saying, I will never be there. The only reason that you won't get there is if you believe you won't. Like, I'm sure we've all heard the saying that anything is possible, but I genuinely believe it. As long as the person who's trying to achieve that anything believes they can. So let's get rid of language like, I hope I can do it, and start talking as if we know that it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. A great example of this is I was talking to one of my clients and they said, I've always wanted a 6-pack. I hope to one day be able to get one. We want to change that to, I know I'm going to get a 6-pack because I'm doing the right things to get there. Myth number 2. This revolves around running, cycling, rowing, any type of cardio. Now, I love cardio, okay? I love it probably more than I love doing weights. But that does not mean it's the best way to burn that stubborn belly fat or just any fat. Here's my breakdown of fitness, okay? There are 3 pillars. We've got resistance training, which is weights, cardio, and nutrition. We use resistance training to build muscle and get strong. We use cardio to build fitness and get a healthy heart. And we use nutrition to ultimately lose fat. Now, I don't demonize cardio at all. I think it's really important, especially zone 2 training, but we'll talk about that in another video. But if fat loss is your main goal, lift heavy things and eat in a calorie deficit, which for the most part means eat less than 2,500 calories if you're a boy and 2,000 calories if you're a girl. Myth number 3. Now this one might come as a relief to most of you. As the last 2 were things that we're going to try and implement, this one is something that we're going to try and take away. So in theory, you could possibly free up some time and energy. And myth number 3 is that more is better. Totally false, and I learned the hard way. I've overtrained so many times because I thought that more was better. I'm glad to say that now I'm back at a sensible amount of volume. I'm really happy with my training. But it is possible to go the other way completely. The way I like to look at it is intention over volume. If you're doing 7 workouts a week or even 6 workouts a week, and they're all over an hour long, but you're not thinking behind each set and each rep, you're wasting your time. If you bring the intention to push to your absolute limit every single rep, no holding back, just giving it everything, you'll easily be able to half the amount of work you're doing. This will free up your time by making your workout shorter, you'll be way more focused, and you'll allow your body to fully recover and grow between each session, meaning more gains. So it's a win-win. Okay, so those are the biggest myths that we've just cleared up. Now for what you guys have been waiting for, which is my 5-step process that I go through with all my clients to get them into the best shape of their lives, whilst also loving the process. Step 1, we mentioned this earlier, it's pretty simple. Go into a calorie deficit if we're trying to lose weight. That means eating less calories than you burn. Girls 2,000, boys 2,500. I recommend about 30% of that to be protein, just because it's more satiating, so you'll be fuller for longer. But we don't want to focus too hard on macros right now. This is a big change for a lot of people. We don't want to overwhelm you with a load of things. So just focus on the calories for now, and we won't get overwhelmed. Step 2, set and forget goals. This technique is outlined by James Clear in his book Atomic Habits. So we want to focus on not delaying happiness and finding joy in the process. So what we want to do is set a really scary goal, something that you think you might not even be able to achieve. Outline the steps that we know will get us there and focus on rewarding ourselves for sticking to those steps. Forget the goal, focus on the steps. That way the process becomes so much more enjoyable and we'll stop finding ourselves saying, I will be happy when I achieve my goal. Instead, we'll be experiencing the happiness right now, knowing we're doing the right things to get there. Step 3 is start to identify yourself as a healthy person. It's no good looking at people who are where we want to be and then thinking, I will act like them when I get there, because you'll never get there. If you start to identify like those people at the top and you start taking the actions that they're doing right now, you will get there way quicker. So when you're at a crossroads of what to do, a choice to make, do I take McDonald's or do I cook at home? Ask yourself, what would a healthy person do? And make that choice. Step 4, set a workout program for 4 times a week. So after we've sorted out our mindset, now it's time to start training. I recommend a 4-day-a-week split, 1-hour workouts. Again, as long as we're bringing that growth intention behind each set, we will grow. We want these 4 workouts to be all different, but focused around a full body split. That means every workout, you'll be working out your full body. This is to stop the muscle soreness between each session because pushing this hard is probably new to you. And finally, step 5 is change it up every 6 weeks. Now, I mean everything: calories, training program, a whole lot. This is just to keep you on your toes and keep it interesting. Even if you're really enjoying the workouts, you need to change it up. We don't want to stay in our comfort zone. The more we push ourselves out of our comfort zone, the quicker and bigger the changes will be. So change the calories slightly, change your workout routine to an upper, lower, or a push-pull legs. Just flip it on its head and then adapt to it. So if you've got this far, here's a bonus tip for you guys. I want you to also implement progressive overload. If you don't do this, literally nothing will happen. It basically means just go harder than you did before. The simplest way to do this is with your weights. So there are other ways, but the simplest way to do this is with weights. So there are other ways, but right now, as we're quite new, we're gonna be focusing on just upping the weight. You wanna be doing the same movements week by week, but every single week, we want to be upping the weight slightly. So record the workouts, record what you did, and up it the next week. My rule for upping the weights and using progressive overload is if you can do all the sets of all the reps with a specific weight, then it's time to go up. Where you really want to be is being able to complete 2 sets of the full weight, and then the 3rd set, you want to be able to fail it. If you start to be able to complete all 3, it's time to move up. Thank you so much for listening to my first ever video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and make sure you follow my Instagram for daily fitness tips. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.